Okay.
Yeah. Come back. I think we're at that point where when we were really discussing now on the maritime education and training. So you were saying something
No, well,
earlier, Sir.
well, let me begin again by saying that, PAMI does not object to the Magna Carta for seafarers. What we are objecting is the inclusion of education and training. Well, I do understand that what Sir Eric was saying, that it encompasses a seafarer, but let us be consistent with our prevailing laws. There is already a law for education and training, which is RA 10635. If there is any uh, law to be proposed that will touch on the education and training, I think it should be better addressed in amending RA 10635. Now, talking about the, let's talk about the elephant in the room,
Yeah, okay.
maritime, maritime education and training. As Sir Eric mentioned earlier that the absorption of the industry is somewhere around 5,000 per year. And we graduate something around 2,000 a year.
26,000.
26, something to that figure. I hope what I will say will not be taken mistakenly or assumed with another meaning, but that figure is an indication that our curriculum does not direct the needs of our industry.
Mhm.
It shows that because there is that big gap, it's not aligned because it doesn't serve the gap, or it's not even addressing the needs because it's not been improving. I heard earlier that these figures were even pre-pandemic figures. The percentage, the gap is still the same. So that's already indicative that the curriculum should be addressed properly. Now, we've talked about shipboard training earlier from the domestic point of view and from the domestic experience. Yes, shipboard training is part of our curriculum. Yeah, shipboard training is part of our curriculum. But shipboard training is a requirement for a COC or Certificate of
Certification.
Competence. It should not be a requirement for graduation. What the framework right now is that 3 years academic, 1 year shipboard training for you to graduate your BS degree. That's why we only are able to graduate 20,000. We're only to be employed 5,000 because many of those students are still in that time that they're trying to complete their shipboard training. There was a study before that was submitted to PAMI, and PAMI has already validated it. How long does it really take for a seafarer to finish their college degree? And we found out that normally it takes 6 years to get a college degree. 10 years pa nga yung iba.
Because
Why?
of the shipboard.
Because of the shipboard training. Yes, I try to understand that the Magna Carta is trying to address this because they are putting a shipboard training in the curriculum, in the law,
In the law.
so
Yeah.
that it will institutionalize this requirement. Yes, I understand where it's coming from, and I appreciate that they're also looking at it. But the stand of PAMI ever since was you have to remove shipboard training from the
From the
curriculum. Kasi it's prolonging the issue. It's prolonging the time that they are able to graduate. See, now in that shipboard training, it's very complicated.
So
And there are studies even from the WMU, even from other schools, or even other universities worldwide, about the complexity of implementing the shipboard training.
Sir, if I may ask, have you done any study on the number of available berths for cadets?
Actually, I was going to that.
Because number one, you should know how many cadets are taken by vessels on overseas trades, and how many vessels accommodate cadets on the domestic. So from there, you would now know how many cadets can be accommodated on an annual basis. So if the available berths is 2,000 and you have cadets that have completed the 3-year academics at 10,000, so there is already a disconnect.
Yeah.
So I think that is what we need to address.
Actually, I was going to that. Thank you for reminding me, sir. Previously, I read an article about the classification of ships in the Philippines, wherein there are so many ships that were underclassified. Many of the
Others,
ships,
they fall under others.
yes, others, many ships that are more than 500 gross tonnage, they declare it as 499.
Yes.
And then the 750 kilowatts, they declare it as 749. It's underdeclared. But if you would have everything squared out equally, equally following that rule, there was a study submitted before that it can accommodate more than what is being accommodated right now. But unfortunately,
presently, how many cadets can the domestic vessels accommodate with the present
No,
measurement?
yeah.
Yes, but remember that as Attorney Pete said, putting a cadet is a discretion, is
Yeah.
just a discretion on the part of the owners, no? Because they can employ cadets from the market, no? Therefore, the owners really, except those who are creating a separate pool based on a standard that they're setting, these are the owners who will take in more cadets than usual.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, the reason why I'm asking for the number is just to have an idea on how many cadets can be accommodated. Whether that's available berth. It depends whether the owner would say, okay, I'll accommodate or not. But at least PAMI will have an idea on the number of available berths.
The number
That's
of
my
ships,
point.
You mean the number
Yeah.
of ships you
Yeah,
can use the
number of berths.
possible.
Yeah.
Precisely,
cadets.
we have requested Marina
Yes, that was
to facilitate the study on which vessels are qualified to take in cadets,
yeah.
so that
Sinabi niya
the
kanina.
schools can be
Yeah.
guided in taking in numbers for enrollment, no? But let me just say that offhand, we beg to disagree with the idea of graduating them 4 years without any onboard training. No foreign owners will take in cadets without passing through cadetship. All countries in the world have cadetship as part of their maritime curriculum.
But maybe we can modify it. Wag lang 12 months.
Okay, then
Maybe 12 months is too long because look at the contract right.
That's why I'm sorry.
All right,
But
sir.
that's why I would like to go to a more practical solution. The reason why you're saying that the cadets graduate after 6 years up to 10 years is because of Marina's interpretation that a cadet must be on board as a cadet for 12 months as per STCW.
Yes.
However, we all know that all countries have devised their own interpretation of what is the meaning of 12 months. They include the simulation, they include the work, shop work, you know. But Marina right now still maintains 12 months on board, or you don't
Graduate.
get
As cadet.
graduation as
Yes.
as cadet at 12
But
months.
if you
Yes.
join as
If
rating,
you join
that's
as
a different
6
story.
months, let's say as cadet, if you join less than 12 months, the rule is 36 months
Yeah.
as a regular crew.
Yeah.
36 months divided by 9 months is 4 years already. In between the 9 months, you have your vacation, you have your
Correct.
Yeah.
you have your look for a new vessel. You add maybe 6 years
Yeah.
from the time
I agree.
they started their sailing career
I agree with
before
you, sir.
they can produce. This is the one that is a detrimental to the
industry itself.
the
Yeah.
development of our officers.
I agree with you, sir. I agree
But
with you.
Marina is so adamant about keeping this rule. We said all these captains, Captain Enrile included, joined as cadet, maybe,
Mhm.
and then when they were promoted to a
Ratings,
regular
AB,
position. After the regular 8 hours job as an OS, as a wiper, they do the another 4 hours. We
Yeah.
still within MLC.
Yeah.
Another 4 hours
Yes.
as
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 As a-
cadet
as cadet.
during
to
their
learn to learn the duties of an
doing
officer.
their training record book requirement to comply with the curriculum. But Marina would not count that.
I agree with you.
What
That's
is-
very
It's
true.
either you
It's still 12 months. It's still 12 months. Despite of all this clamor from the industry and suggestion comments from the industry, they're still adamant that it is still 12 months.
So pwede
And that's
pala ang
killing the-
simulator.
Yes.
In other countries, they have done it already. It really depends on the party. That's what we were always saying.
Simulator
The
is
12 hours
better than the
operation,
actual. Why? If you are in a channel, you can in a simulator you can create a lot of scenarios.
Yes.
But on actual setting,
You
you
cannot.
cannot.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of convincing Marina now to
Because they are the lead. Under 10635, they are the lead
You don't need the
implementer.
Magna Carta to do that.
No, you don't need that
So, yeah.
anymore. That's why we've always been, the stand is always that we don't need, PAMI stand has always been, we don't need additional legislation. If there are some, we have already RA
You
10635.
just implement
Just
it.
implement
Sir.
or amend it.
Sir, I
Yeah.
think ang proper wording, hindi lang sila lead. They are the sole implementer.
Single.
Single.
Single
STCW.
administration.
No, with regards to education, they are the chair.
In
Yeah.
fact,
Because
But-
it's Marina and Chad
Yes, but
with regards to education,
so,
right?
mind you, ladies and gentlemen, kaya nga rin masyadong mainit ang opposition ng PAMI sa Magna Carta because in the latest version, it
Yeah.
says that Marina will be the lead for maritime education. It did not say STCW. It says maritime education. So
And-
number one, it is inconsistent already to RA 10635. Number two, if you say that they are the lead for maritime education, they will be the one in charge for regulatory task, even approval for even DepEd programs. Senior high school is DepEd. There is TVL, there is pre-baccalaureate in DepEd. So Marina will take control of that. There is also TESDA program that TVL
Yeah.
that is under TESDA. Marina will step in and take over that. Then, of course, there is now seafaring, BSMT, BSMARI, which is a tertiary level course under CHED. Marina will step in to take over that.
Can they issue BS courses?
That's a good question.
If there's
Under
no-
the law, DepEd is mandated to issue basic education diplomas. Under the law, TESDA is the sole government agency to certify training certificates. Under the law of CHED, CHED is the sole government agency to issue the college diploma. What will Marina now issue? Training certificates? If that happens, can you imagine the implications, ma'am? Can you imagine the implications, ladies and gentlemen? If that happens, wala nang BS ang,
Wala
hindi na
nang
po
BS.
college degree holder ang seaman. Magiging trainee lang siya. And to my understanding, as young as I am in the maritime industry, one thing that is going, or that's why we are a preferred source for seafaring, is because our seafarers are college graduates, graduate of a university diploma, college of a
Yeah.
college diploma. Unlike other countries, they are only a training certificate or graduate of high school.
Yeah, I checked the list of professionals under the PRC. Okay. BS, merchant marine officers are not considered professionals under the
They're not.
PRC.
Yes,
They're
Of
not.
course.
And yet we're saying maritime professionals, but they're not anymore listed. I don't know.
But that's because, Brenda, when we started this industry, the maritime education is only an associate
Correct.
course.
No, but
For
before
2
sir,
years.
they were.
Yeah,
Before
but
it was
the-
transferred.
With the
to-
Their
because with the
license.
transfer of the license
Yeah.
license issuance from PRC
to
to
Marina.
Marina. Maybe that's the reason why.
Kaya hindi na
Hindi na ngayon because Marina is now the one doing the
dati nakalista ho siya as
licensure.
like list of professions. Nakalagay po
Oh.
doon. Engineering,
Because they passed through the
Yeah.
licensure exam. But
So-
when it was transferred to Marina,
Wala na.
dun sa
So,
Manila.
But
Just
may I
just
add,
make it.
may I finish my statement?
Yeah.
May I finish my statement? If our graduates are only issued training certificates, it automatically disqualifies them to take a COC under RA 8544. Because under that RA 8544, it says that they should be a graduate of BSNP,
Ay,
BSMARE,
very complicated.
carrying the college degree recognition. But because they are not issued BSNP and BSMARE
Diplomas.
or even SO,
Oo.
they're
Wala
automatically disqualified to take the COC. So we cannot produce now officers. Kasi
Yes,
walang
but,
COC.
but sir, your idea of a 4-year curriculum na lahat ay sa eskwela without the onboard training.
Yeah.
We are adding another year of cost and time
For
to the education of people that you yourself are saying to the industry come from the lower
Mhm.
segment of society. So it is something that will only prolong longer if Marina will keep their policy now with a 4-year course that you're saying. Hindi na yan 6 years, it will become longer.
Correct.
Kaya nga sa tingin namin, we have produced competent and high-end seafarers with the present curriculum already. So it depends on how the schools have prepared them for being such professional seafarers. So it's not the time anymore. It's just that we are putting in a lot of other processes, a lot of other requirements before they can become officers.
Mhm.
The big companies that we man, they want our cadets not even to pass ratings positions.
Right.
They want them
Become juniors.
to become junior third mates or
Officers.
junior
Mhm.
port engineers
Mhm.
immediately after getting their license.
Yeah.
Meaning immediately after cadetship.
So, sir, are you saying, based on what you're saying, the reduction of the shipboard training and inclusion of alternative way of doing things on shipboard
Equivalence.
training, like equivalents,
Yes.
like simulator and what, is so far the best alternative now. If you have to stay course on the 4-year diploma course, is that it?
I may
3 years plus 1 still.
Yes.
Yeah. May I
On board.
Yeah. Okay.
answer that first? Recently, because I have been a student of IMO and STCW for the past several years. I have seen communications from other countries like the Netherlands and Norway, and they are because of the effects of the pandemic, wherein blended education is the new normal right now. They have been pilot testing, or in fact, in Netherlands, they have already implemented a modified shipboard training, wherein simulators are the one are heavy,
Being used.
as long as they, again, the administration or Marina has to approve this, because in the Netherlands and in Norway, I think yung 12 months is chopped into, let's say, 3-month simulators, 3 months of this and 3 months of that. It's not the whole 12. So there are countries already who are doing it even before the pandemic.
Best
Sir,
practices. Best
just to
practice.
comment on
But
that,
the Philippines, I don't.
if you look at the trend now, they are developing unmanned vessels.
Yes.
So unmanned vessels, how do you manage an unmanned vessels to remote operation? So it's like doing a simulation.
Yes, already.
So
in.
why don't we adapt that
Yeah.
so that we can graduate more students of maritime?
Yeah. That's
Because
what,
that is where we're going
Yeah.
now. Nobody has thought of how we would form the curriculum to address the future.
Mhm.
So still it's best not to legislate the requirement of shipboard training.
Because
Let the
it's always
implementers
changing.
adjust the curriculum.
That's my actually that was
Ano
going to be my
sinasabi?
closing statement.
But Beda, they don't need to legislate it because it's already part of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
CHED
Yes.
requirements.
Hindi kasi this is the
But it's now being included in
in
the
the
ano,
legislation.
It's okay, it's just a confirmation of what CHED is doing.
No, but it
To
will be
be-
difficult to change it once it's into
Into the law. Yes, that's what.
The flexibility.
Yes.
CW
Yes,
provides that the administration has the flexibility to implement it at its sees fit as long as the output can show na nagko-comply siya sa requirements.
substantial.
Yes.
You comply.
Yeah, but if it's in the law, then you have to
Yeah.
ask
You can-
Mahirapan
the
ka.
legislator to amend the existing.
Yes, but
That's
what
the-
is in the law that limits it now? We don't
Wala
see
po,
that.
wala.
Wala, di ba?
Wala.
In the
Hindi
in the bill.
nasa bill po ngayon.
Hindi,
No.
actually,
Yung mandatory,
mayroon
the
din
shipboard.
existing DOLE department order on shipboard training. Kaya kahit wala yan, yun mag-govern.
Yeah, so,
It
you
is
know,
already
it's,
part of the requirements now eh. They don't need to put it in the law. What the
Yeah, that's
law
why.
included in the Magna Carta is a provision so that more people can avail of the opportunity of being given cadet positions.
yung
That is what they're correcting.
mandatory requirement
Oh,
for
it's not the
domestic.
curriculum that they're
Oo.
correcting. It is how more students can be given that
Oo,
opportunity.
Correct.
No, it's there.
I agree.
Correct,
It is still there that it's mandatory to the BSNP and the BSMRE. That 12 months. Kasi yun, that's the
Nakalagay ba sa bill?
that's the
It goes without
SPCW.
It goes without saying na yan ang tinutumbok ng kanya. Because you cannot graduate without the 12 months.
Yes.
What they're saying is binibigyan ng obligasyon ang eskwela tapos dinadamay nila yung ang domestic
Domestic
shipping.
ship.
Because nga karamihan ng hindi nakaka-graduate yung natatapos ng 3 years. And they're supposed to be taking a bachelor's degree. So it's the
Okay.
school who should have the responsibility. They offer this course, you have to take responsibility to give them that opportunity
Yeah.
for the last year.
But my take on this is government should help the schools,
Yes.
the industry.
Yes.
So both domestic, international, the education, and help them. Just like what I'm saying
Not
earlier.
just-
Identify the vessels that can be used for shipboard training.
If
Not
I,
just imposing.
Yes.
if I may share, at the time
Because
that I was
that's
with
always the
Marina,
case. We
Yeah.
are always being
there was a
Ah,
discussion between and
that-
among CHED representative, the Ship Owners Association, and Marina to address that problem as to the cadetship. Because CHED acknowledges that Marina is the one that legislates or operates or oversees the operation of domestic ships. So we were already discussing what is acceptable. The idea of cadetship on board domestic ship was acceptable to the shipping lines. Ang problema lang is what is yung cost and who is going to
Yeah,
share.
yun yung issue
So
ni
we
Bill.
were already in that discussion.
I remember that there was a advisory issued by Marina where it enumerated the shipping companies that have cadets on board. And then yung mga ibang members namin hindi nakalista doon. So I questioned Marina na it seems that with you releasing this list, it seems that the other members of PISA that are also taking cadets are in violation of this advisory because di ba?
They're not listed.
They're not listed.
What I'm trying to say now is the domestic shipping industry is open.
Yeah.
As long is open to take in as much cadets as possible, as long as the issue of,
cost.
accommodation, yung
Cost.
cost, ma-address.
Yeah.
Because, as I've said, government is one of the perennial complaining party on the high domestic shipping cost, and yet it's government also na nagkakaroon ng imposition that is very burdensome to the industry.
That's why in that discussion, they were looking more into the passenger ships because they already have accommodations. And admittedly, at the time,
Talagang
hindi na masyadong bumaba yung patronage ng passengers on passenger ships because of the lower airfare cost. So they have empty slots in a sense. So dinedetermine yon with the agreement of the shipping company and the CHED, paanong ma-identify kung ilan ang pwede by the type of the ship, by the tonnage, kung ilan ang ma-accommodate. And how much is the cost? The discussion was already as to the cost.
So you have
accepted
discussed
yun.
about it
Yes,
for a
there were
long
initial
time.
discussions already, acceptable nung mga agencies concerned.
The only objectionable portion that in that provision is the compulsory nature without addressing the cost.
You know,
Kung mayroon doon,
Meron yun, kino-compute na how much would it entail a cadet na to be on board the vessel in terms of the food, hindi lang yung food, the linens, the water, di ba yung gano'n? Hindi pa pinakount noon, wala pa yung mandatory na shipboard training officer. Kasi nung una, it was I think the ship, or that was still not yet being discussed, but there were already initial figures being identified.
So
na
there was
na-compute as to
initial
how-
discussion.
Yes, there was already an initial
Brenda,
discussion.
that's the
Brenda, just yesterday, the private sector, yung management sector, has approved yung isang member association ng JMG, yung TJMCC. Kami kasi yung nag-sponsor ng MSAP. And we are very happy that PAMI had supported us. No? Now we're ready with the results. And before, we stopped after giving them the results, so they know who among their students in their respective schools passed the standards that we are setting. No? But now we have gone beyond that, knowing that may problema nga sa cadetship. No? Dahil meron ng upcoming requirement na ang domestic will accept. Ang cost ang issue. So what have we approved yesterday? We are pioneering the sponsorship of 100 cadets for 3 months. Kami magbabayad. Kami magbabayad, and then we will tell our members that these are the cadets who are in the top 100 students
So
who
they
passed.
to pick up.
So they can pick them up, and they will be benefited by free cadetship on board training
For 3 months.
for 3 months. Now, we are hoping, and that we have discussed this with Marina, we have discussed this with OWA. We are hoping that our lead will be followed by Marina or CHED
By government.
by sponsoring another 100 each, so that we can have 400 top-rated officers coming from different schools, because we are removing the sponsored cadets from this
Okay. So
grant,
meron na sila eh.
because meron na sila.
Additional.
So
Really
in
additional.
addition, that is what we're going to do. And we hope that the schools will also be part of this lead.
Yeah.
It's like sponsoring anong tawag nyo? Scholars to your top notchers. Kayo yung nagbibigay ng more privilege for them to be able to, because pag-examine yan, your school benefits dahil sila top notcher, di ba? Lahat tayo makikinabang, and we hope that
but why only 3 months?
because the 3 months was the limit required by Marina if they are going to do their training on board the training ship. In other words, Kapitan Greg Oka, which is our training ship, if they stay there more than 3 months, CHED and Marina will not count the excess training because it is not on an actual commercial vessel.
The logic there. It's a training ship.
We are
But
now.
why require training ship then if it
Well,
will not be
that's a good
acceptable?
question.
But the training ship,
That's a good point that you raised, Eric.
Yeah.
They are requiring
Yeah.
MHEIs to have a ship for training,
Tapos,
but it will only
Except
be
for the
good
3
for 3 months.
yeah.
So what
Also,
happened to the
9
other
months.
9 months? Where
Yeah.
will the
yeah,
So-
that's
cadets
why
go?
because we don't have
very impractical.
no, because we don't have that much funds to spare. That is the reason why we are putting at least 3 months so that the cadet already has a 3 months advantage
on
over
record,
those
yeah.
who do not have. And
Naka-
because they're top notchers, we will ask the sponsor to guarantee the remaining 9 months.
Okay. So I think
Okay.
Para may head
Yeah.
start. Para may head
May head start lang.
I can start.
Not 3
Yeah.
months lang ang max
Yeah.
eh.
Well,
So it's not.
I
For
think,
equivalency now
okay.
to
Because we
complete
are
that.
close
Oh.
to the
Diba?
closing time, what we want to hear from you, we have covered much, but not in the time is not enough
Yeah.
for everything to be discussed. So can we now ask each of you discussants to give your recommendation or appeal, if you may call it, to government, to everyone you wish to address this appeal or recommendation. Can we start, Tony?
for me, simple lang ang ko. Remove that provision in the Magna Carta. Anyway, there's already an existing department order of the Department of Labor on cadetship. In the form of a department order. I just forgot the number. More or less yung nakalagay dun sa Magna Carta bill is the same as that department order. And I think the framers picked that up from that department order and all. Now, if that is not possible, and they would insist on the compulsory nature of taking in cadets by the domestic shipping industry, the issue on compliance with the MLC 2006 accommodation should be addressed as well as the cost. Pag nakon yung na-address ng dalawang yan, I don't think that our members or domestic shipping stakeholders would still object to the same.
Yeah.
And I would like to also call the attention of the framers that kung hindi ma-address ang cost na yon, hindi ma-address yung issue yon, especially the cost, that it will exacerbate their complaint that domestic shipping cost is very expensive, etc. Because that's a pass-on cost na gagawin ng mga shipping companies that cannot absorb that additional cost in their operation.
Yes. Well, since our main topic really is Magna Carta, the appeal of the private sector from the management level, from the owner side or employer side, is for Congress to be able to consider this law on a bigger or wider perspective of developing and sustaining an industry that we have developed for more than 50 years. We know that the seafarers should be provided with protection and welfare. We are doing that as a responsible employer. Most of our employers are responsible employers. Gone are the days na exploited yung seaman. There are very few cases of exploitation, except for those who really want to just deploy and make money out of it. But they are not part of the legitimate mining agents. The regulations are so strict that under the present regime, under DMW, they know that the sea-based sector is a well-organized sector.
Yeah.
And therefore, we need the Magna Carta that will incorporate solutions or address problems like ambulance chasing in that law, so that our employers will continue to trust and deploy and employ Filipino seafarers on board their vessels. Without the Magna Carta, if this is again not passed within this Congress, we will have to go to square one again and talk with maybe an entirely new set of legislators. No? So we appeal to our legislators and to our president that this law is vital to the industry, and we hope that they will have the wisdom and the understanding that this should be passed soonest.
Yeah, Captain Enrile, any parting words or
Okay.
appeal?
So Magna Carta has been filed in Congress since the 16th Congress. It's now the
Correct.
19th Congress.
That's right. That's right.
So a lot of time had been spent debating, public consultations. But now finally, I think this is the first time that we have a BICAM version. So I hope that this will be signed into law. But as what I have read in the LEDAC priority bills, the 28 priority bills of LEDAC, Magna Carta is not included.
It's not
not.
included. They have
It's not
posted it. It's
included.
not
They have
included.
posted
No
it.
more.
Yeah, they
So what
posted it.
happened to the BICAM version? So I think
Where is it?
we need to
Find
check
it.
Yeah.
where the Magna Carta stands. But I hope that we would finally have an enabling law of the Maritime Labor
Labor.
Convention 2006 that the Philippines has ratified. If you remember, we are the last one to sign it to have it effect.
Yeah. Have it in full effect. Yeah.
Yes. So again, thank you very much, Pami, for inviting us, for giving our views. And I hope that the viewers would hindi sana sila naguluhan, but instead have a better understanding on what we have discussed.
Yeah, we expect some questions, but we will send them out to you so you can also respond later. Ardeen?
Yes, I would like to follow what Captain Ronald mentioned, that the Magna Carta is the objective of which is to implement the MLC 2006, which came into force for the Philippines in 2013. So it's long delayed. Although I believe that government was able to put the necessary legislation, rules and regulation to fully implement it. So there's been no problem. Fully looked after the Filipino seafarers, especially those working overseas. So there's very little contentious issue with regards to the implementation of the MLC 2006. What complicates the Magna Carta is the inclusion of the STCW, which is on education and training, which I believe there is already an existing law put into place to implement the STCW convention. If there are issues that needs to be addressed, like clarification, like the issue on the cadetship, because the administration the flag state has that prerogative to identify other means to comply with the requirements of the onboard training, then aside from other issues being discussed, then it is best left for that particular RA, which is 10635, to be reviewed, to improve it, and to make it so that Filipino cadets and people who would like to pursue a seafaring career will be better prepared and will fully comply with the requirements of the STCW. And also for government to see how is it really implementing it properly, or it can still stand improvement. That's all that I have to say. Thank you.
So, Sar?
Allow me first to thank the discussants for coming this afternoon. I know you have a busy schedule, and we really appreciate that you came this afternoon. And this session has been very insightful. Like what I said earlier before we began, part of this undertaking is that we would like to solicit from the industry what are the inputs needed for PAMI to recommend curriculum innovations in the next round of curriculum design. And we're really thankful that we have gathered a lot of information from you. And I do appreciate also the gesture of PGMCC and also from Sir Eric about offering 100 slots for cadetship. And likewise, again, thank you for everyone for coming. Thank you also for your support for PAMI. PAMI right now, on its 55th year already in existence, we're also moving towards the direction of for a future that we have not seen yet. And I hope that you extend your understanding and patience because we're preparing seafarers for a future that we do not know. Having said that, my take on the Magna Carta for seafarers, we have been very clear. PAMI has been very clear that we do not object on the Magna Carta for seafarers as an enabling law for MLC 2000 trips. However, we object the inclusion of education and training because this should be amply addressed by RA 10635, which is a different law in itself. We believe, and until right now, we still are stern in our position that education and training should not be part of the Magna Carta for seafarers. In closing, let me leave you with a quote that I've always been using in all of my interviews, and maybe can address why PAMI has been fiercely opposing or the Magna Carta for seafarers, or has been always lobbying for the removal of education and training. And my quote is from the former CHED Commissioner, Cynthia Bautista, and I quote that the essence of education, it should be relevant to the industry. If regulations become legislation or become part of a law, it limits and cancels the flexibility for adjustment to become relevant to the industry it serves. So with that, again, thank you very much for coming. Ma'am Brenda, thank you very much for hosting. Hopefully in the next leg, you will still be hosting our discussion.
Hopefully.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
So with that, I think we can close the discussion again. We hope to see you in another conversation in the future. Probably an extension of this discussion or an altogether very focused issue on domestic shipping, money, seafaring, maritime governance, and maritime education. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ren.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.